More importantly, though, I realized how important it was to turn my listings and the homes I sold into a brand, to make each of them a little miniature marketing behemoth. Um, any real estate agent can put a home in the system. That's easy. You're creating a generic brand. What our goal was is when we created a listing, really to create a story about that home. And I think that's really what our strengths are. We're marketing people first. We're customer service people second. The fact that I happen to be in real estate is really superfluous. I really don't think of myself as a realtor. I think of myself as a marketer that just happened to fall into real estate.
And you've created a unique brand. I see it on the side of your vehicles with a stick figure, kind of like the non-realtor who's gone to a different place, have their photos taken, make them look like they're 10 years younger than they really are. Tell me the history behind the stick figure.
Well, when we were putting a brand together, first of all, I didn't see, if I looked like, a young Tom Selleck, I could see the benefit of having myself maybe on my card. But since I did not necessarily have that brand image, we wanted to come up with something fun. My daughter came home when she was about 4 years old with a stick figure of me drawn, very casual. We looked at it and I said, wouldn't it be funny if we put that on my business card? So we had to tie something to it. So you remember See Dick Run when you were a kid. I don't know if that's how you learned how to read. That's how I learned how to read. So from that, we came up with the stick figure and we came up with See Tim Sell. We called my father-in-law, who's in the business, and we asked him what he thought about it, and he hated it. So if your father-in-law hates something, you pretty much have to roll with it. And I love my father-in-law, but there's something about saying, hey, that's the wrong way to go, that, as a son-in-law, you have to do it. So.
Well, I know it's unique, and a lot of people want to have their pictures taken beside your vehicles, and it's almost a celebrity kind of thing.
Yeah, we joke, we're in West Houston and Katy, we're an F-grade celebrity. We're not quite an A or B-grade celebrity, but and actually that's the wrong statement. We're not celebrities, the cars are. We've had people stop and take pictures with the cars. We have people all the time laugh at us. And kind of the most interesting thing, when we got into business, a lot of other realtors thought, it's stupid, it's not going to work. And it really does, because it really does differentiate us. It makes us stand out. And I don't get a lot of business because of the brand, but what it does do is when people meet me, they feel like they know me. And their kids, I feel a little bit like McDonald's, their kids feel like they've known me for years. I've even had kids come up and say, I used to watch your cartoon on TV a few years ago, which we've never had a cartoon on TV, of course. But that brand to them means something. I've had people walk up to me and say, I met you 10 years ago at the Astrodome with Mattress Mac doing cross-promotion. I wasn't in real estate 10 years ago. So the brand really can give you a lot. But more importantly, it gives you a chance to show people how you can brand their house. It really comes down to the branding gets me in the door, which is great, but then you have to deliver a great product. If anything, it even puts more pressure on you to deliver great service because everybody knows who you are. If one person says, that guy with the ugly cars gave us bad service, everybody's going to know who I am.
It's ugly.
Absolutely. So it's really more important for us to deliver good service because we're easy to find.
Absolutely. You've been in real estate a fairly short time compared to the other people who've graced to cover the magazine. Was it like 3 years?
A little, 2.5 years. Our first year in real estate, we sold 75 homes. This year we're going to sell about, I think we'll get almost to 90. A little short of our goal of about 100, but still a pretty good year. And I think Renee did a great job describing it. In a rough market this year's been a little tougher. Last year, like you said, if you had a pulse, we could get you approved. This year, you actually have to be credit worthy, which, let's be honest, that's the proper way to do it, but it's a little inconvenient for you if you're a realtor. Last year was a very easy year. This year's tougher. I'm actually prouder of our goal this year, not quite getting to our goal, but selling as many houses as I was last year, because last year really was a pretty easy year in real estate. This year is really the way things should be. People should have to be credit worthy to buy a house. There shouldn't be predatory lending, which a lot of those companies are gone now, thank goodness, and the good ethical companies like Renee's have survived. But there was a lot of predatory lending going on last year. That's the right things are being done the right way now, and I think people are worried about the market now. I'm actually excited about it. One, being in Houston, this market is about as good as you're going to get in the country. But two, all the people in California and Florida and the East Coast that are having problems, they're moving to Texas, which sounds like a bad thing to the people who are very Texas-driven, but to me it's a fantastic thing because those are extra people bringing talents to our market that are making Houston stronger. And Houston at one time was just an oil-driven town, and now it's a technology town. There's so many wonderful things about Houston, and those people are adding to that. That's what's helping the market. So I'm actually excited about seeing what the Houston market's doing compared to the rest of the country. I think there couldn't be a better time to live in Houston.
It's a great time to be here. It's a great time for investors.